Terri, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 230. Welcome. Well, I only have one little finished object that I started and finished in just, it took me a few days. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. And then some works in progress, of course. Some little projects. So let's get started, and I'll show you what I got done this week. Okay, so for my finished object, I found this pattern. Now I will link, I'll put it below in the description box, but I found a website that has a whole bunch of free patterns, like pages and pages of free patterns that takes you to where the free pattern is. It's called crochetspace.com. I think that's what it is, but I will link that below in the description box. But I've been going through those and picking out patterns that I've been finding, and I found this one and I thought was really cute. I think it's really cute. I know somebody else that would really enjoy it. I may end up gifting it to her, but I just thought it was so cute. I wanted to try the pattern out, and so that's what I did. So this is a llama brooch. Let's see if I can get it to focus on that. See, he's got two little eyes there. Isn't that cute? And so it's flat. See, it does have two eyes, yeah. So it's flat on the back, okay? Now that up there is just where I knotted. I should have hid those on the inside, but I didn't. Where I sewed the ears on and the eyes. But see, you're supposed to pin it to your shirt and you wouldn't see that. But anyway, I stitched on a pin back. See the pin fastener. I don't know if it's focusing. Is it focusing? Yeah. Anyway, I stitched that pin back. I have a whole bunch of those. I bought them a long time ago, and so I've got a bunch of them, and so I just hand sewed that on there, so then you could pin it onto your shirt or lapel or whatever. But anyway, I thought it was just so cute. Now it is cute, and there is an actual tutorial to show you how to do it. I followed it until I think I got to the neck part, and then I just followed the written pattern after that. It's a little tricky the way you do it because it's flat around the back. You make these loop stitches. Now it's not a loop stitch. It's like you slip stitch, chain 5, and slip stitch into the same space, and so that makes your loop, okay? And so that's how you make it where he looks like he's fuzzy. My husband, I showed it to him. I said, "Do you know what this is?" And he said, "Oh yes, of course, it's a llama." And he said, "That's a winter llama," because he's got his thick winter hair on because it's really poofy. But anyway, I used, let's see, this is baby weight yarn, Bernat Softy Baby, I think is what the white is, or Baby Sport, I'm not sure. Anyway, it was all like number 3 weight yarn, and I used a very tiny hook, like a 2mm hook, I think, because I was trying to make it come out as small as I could, okay, while still using the DK weight yarn. And so really that hook was a little bit too small because it split the yarn really bad. And so I could only, the reason it took me several days to make this is because I would do just a little bit and then I would get frustrated with it, and then I would stop and I'd have to take a break, and then okay, I'm gonna forge on. And so I pick it back up and I do a few more rounds, and so it was kind of like that, back and forth. And the pattern is not hard. Well, I wouldn't say it's beginner, but it's not terrible. You know, the pattern, I think it turned out really cute. It's just the fact that I think the hook I used was way too small, and it was frustrating me because I kept splitting the yarn and it wasn't carrying it. It wouldn't pull all the yarn through and stuff, and so that was my fault. If I would have used, I don't know, I guess. Yeah, I should have used a little bit bigger hook, either that or used like maybe even smaller than a number 3 weight yarn if I wanted to get it smaller, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I think is really cute. Probably won't make another one, but there you go. Okay, so that is finished object number 1. Oh, and the website that this came from was hellostitchesxo.com, okay? And I will link it below in the description box where you can find it. Okay. Okay, now that's all my finished objects, so going on to works in progress. I'm still working on the Feel Better Friends doll. I did get her wig cap done. You know, I found the yarn I was looking for. I mean, it's not finished, but I got it made and I got it rooted, okay? I guess you'd call it that. Okay, so here it is. And I did stitch her eyes on, okay? And so here is the yarn. I did try braiding this one side, as you can see, but it's a little bit kind of, it's not exactly to my liking. I think it's a little bit messy, so I may undo it. I just have it, I mean, I have it secured down here, but it was something that I can undo, because I think I may try to redo this a little bit. Now, I followed a tutorial on how to do this wig cap with these braids, okay, and I can link that tutorial in the description box below. So I followed that, except at the end she did not show how she braided it. She just showed how she got the hair in there and how she, you know, like it showed her dividing it up, okay, because you have the part that goes down the middle. And then all the next shot is they're braided already. So I kind of wish that she would have showed like how she separated into the 3 sections where, you know, how much, no, just, I don't know, because I think I didn't do it right, because it didn't, from the side, this side hair that's rooted around the back, it looks different in the tutorial. So anyway, I'm going to work on that. I think I'll redo it and be more careful as far as how I divide it into the 3 sections to do the braid, okay? But anyway, it kind of gives you an idea what her hair is going to look like, okay? And then, of course, I'll have to trim, you know, even this up when I get it braided the way I want it, okay? So I'll be doing some trimming on that. Okay, so let's see, what else have I done? Like I said, I have stitched her eyes on. Now, these little pins right there, they are for kind of where I think I'm going to put her nose. I haven't stitched it on yet, but I was just trying to place, you know, get it in the right spot between the eyes there to put the nose in. So that's just for me, for my purposes. Oh, and then I can take this marker out. I had this marker hanging on her neck there, so then I could count up to place the eyes. But anyway, I've got that. I've got the eyes stitched on, as you can see. These eyes were supplied to me. They are made from an embroidery machine, which is awesome. I even considered buying an embroidery machine mainly to do the eyes myself, and some patches and things to sew on the clothes if I wanted to, like the iron-on patches and stuff. But that's a big investment, and also that would be something new I would have to learn how to use, and my time is limited for stuff like that. So I'm not going to do that at the moment. But anyway, so the administrator, though, was really nice about, and I just had requested some eyes, and so she sent them to me in several different colors, so which is awesome. So that's the eyes that I used to sew on, okay? Okay, and then this little spot right there, that is the only like scar I had to put on there for the little girl, because she is going through chemo, and so that is representing a port that she has on her, okay? Anyway, so there you go. And then I did start working on her clothes. Now, I did find a website that had some sewing patterns, and I really wanted to try a little dress that's made out of fabric, but I kind of chickened out and decided, well, I don't know, maybe I'll just go ahead and crochet these, but I will keep that, you know, and for future reference. So anyway, but she did have some crochet clothes patterns for 14-inch dolls, which is what this is. Well, I went down the hook size to a size E, and so that made her more like 14.5-inch. Yeah, because the last one I think was about an inch taller than that when I was using an F hook. But anyway, so I made a skirt right here. So that's what I've done so far. I wanted to lengthen it just a little bit, so I put this white ruffle under the bottom. I need to sew on a button on the back, and then it will be complete, and I will put it on her. And then I have to make the shirt, and then I haven't decided if I'm going to do a shirt that has sleeves or like cap sleeves. I have two different patterns, so I haven't decided exactly yet, but that will be the next thing that I will work on. And like I said, get her smile on. I'm trying to get it finished as soon as I can so I can get it sent to the little girl. Okay, so there is my works in progress number 1. Works in progress number 2 is, oh, just a minute, I need to grab something. Okay, so I had to grab something to show you. Okay, so I'm making another one of these Among Us characters. This one is a Christmas gift from one of my great nephews, and so his mom, who's my niece, had asked me to do a blue one for him and then a purple one for my great niece, okay? And so I had gotten the blue one done already, and so I wanted to start working on the purple one. So I'm making, here's the purple one, okay? So I don't have the visor on there yet, but I'm kind of bummed that this one is turning out, look, see, it's turning out smaller than the blue one. And now I know the yarn was a different, this was the purple that I had, this is the yarn I had that was purple, okay? And so that's what I used. It is a 4-weight yarn, but I guess it is just like this one, but I guess this one must have been a little bit thicker because he turned out bigger. So I'm kind of bummed about that because I'm afraid they're going to say, oh, yours is bigger than mine. But they are little. They're like 3, so maybe they won't bother with that. Anyway, it's smaller. Look at that. And I don't want to have to redo it again. So, or, you know, make another one. So we'll see. I mean, I'll just do that. So anyway, I have to make the visor part like this one. And then this one would be finished. It's the same pattern, okay? It is, oh, I didn't write it down, but I'll put a link below in the description box where I got the pattern, okay? And so these little things, they are, for those that don't know, because I didn't know what they were, they are a video game that's pretty popular right now with the kids, and it's called Among Us, and they're like supposed to be like little astronauts or something. So anyway, this was a request by my niece for me to make them for them. So, at the beginning of this year, I made a red one for my other great nephew, the older one, and the little one and the little sister, the little ones, they liked it, and she said that I need to, if I could make them for, you know, their own, so they all have one to play with, in other words. So that's what that is. Okay, so that is works in progress number 2. I'm almost finished. I just need to make the visor, you know, for the face part for that character. Okay, and then the last works in progress that I have that I've been working on is, I mentioned this in an episode, maybe last week. I'm trying to think if it was last week or the week before. I think it was last week's episode. Anyway, it was these nesting bowls, the woodland characters, the bear, the fox, and the raccoon. I just thought they were really cute, and I have somebody that, a friend of mine, is about to have their first grandbaby, and I believe the nursery theme is woodland animals, and I just thought that would be really cute, those 3 baskets for the nursery, you know. And so anyway, so I started working on the bear, which is the largest one, and I'm making it out of oh, let me tell you where this came from. This came from Crochet World. It's the October 2021 edition, okay? And so here is the brown one I'm working on. I just need to do about 3 more rounds building up the sides, and then it will be ready. Well, finished, except, you know, then I have to make the face and the ears and all that. Okay, so anyway, here is the basket, okay? It is made holding 2 strands together, as you can see, and I think it called for Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway coffee, but I don't think that's what this is. I think this might be a, it's not cafe latte, but I think it came from Hobby Lobby. So it's their their value, Craft Smart, is that what it is? I don't know, maybe that's Michael's. It's whatever their value yarn is. I can't remember now. But anyway, I think that's what this is, in some brown color. But it's darker than Cafe Latte Super Saver, okay? And so that's what I'm working on. And you have to hold 2 strands together. I'm using a H hook, which is 5mm, yeah, okay. And so for one thing, I'm a tight crocheter. I probably should have used an I hook and it would have been fine, but the tightness of the stitches helps sturdy it. I make it more sturdy, and so I guess that's a good thing. That way it'll stand up on its own. But it's really difficult to use, for me, to use 2 strands held together because it's so stiff, and it makes my hand tired after a while. And so I can do a few rounds and I have to quit. I've mentioned this before, but well, it's been a while now. How many years has it been? It's before I started making videos, right before, I think. And so maybe 5 years ago, I took a fall and broke a couple of bones in this hand, my left hand, and I'm a lefty. And ever since then, you know, I have a couple of pins in there where they had to do surgery. Anyway, I don't have a real good grip in this hand, and so especially when I'm using 2 strands at a time and doing something stiffer, I have to rest after, you know, a few rounds, and I have to rest, okay? So it's going a little bit slower than I wish, but it's coming along. And it's a nice size. Let's see, it was supposed to be, it says that the big one is supposed to be 6.5 inches in diameter. And let me check that. No, mine is smaller than that. Mine is like 6 inches in diameter because, see, I'm a really tight crocheter, I guess. So I probably could have gone up to the next hook size, but that's okay. Okay, so this is the bear, and let me show you the picture here. I think I have to use Cafe Latte for the muzzle and the inner ear, inside of the ear. And then there's, and I thought they were safety eyes, but they're not, because you don't want the stalks or the stem of the safety eye to be sticking in the inside of the basket. And so I need to get go get some buttons that are like a half dome, half sphere, is that what you call them? Domed buttons that are flat on the back. What has the shank for me to sew them on. But anyway, I have to do that for the eyes. And so I have to get, yeah, if I'm going to do the whole set, I'll have to get 2. And then, of course, the fox has just got sleepy eyes. So we'll have to decide if I want to do that, stitch on the eyes, or use shiny eyes. Or not shiny, but plastic. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm working on those. And that is all I've worked on. I just, you know, had these few projects that I started. I had so many finished objects last week that I started some new little projects. And so that's everything I worked on. So let's go on to upcoming. So upcoming, or recent, yesterday I did Stitch Your Library episode number 5, and go over there and check that out. I'm almost finished with the project I'm working on, and since I am almost finished with it, I presented 3 choices of the next project that I'm going to work on, and so I'm asking for everybody to vote and put their choice of what project I should do next, and to comment on that video, okay? And so you know, I'll give it until time to do Stitch Your Library again, and then I'll tally up the votes, and then I'll see what the next project will be. So that's exciting. So if you want to get in on the vote and vote on my next project, then check that video out. I will link it below in the description box. Okay, so that was yesterday. So this upcoming Wednesday will be Movie and Stitch, and I'm going to be watching my letter X movie, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to before then. And then I will be announcing whatever it is I'm going to be watching for Y. My letter Y, yeah. So I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. Is that right? U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So yeah, it's only got three movies left, and it'll be finished with Stitch. What is it called? Movie and Stitch. So that's awesome. And then I'll be finishing that project. So anyway, that's upcoming. And then I just filmed a Happy Mail video, same shirt, because I just filmed it, but I will probably post that where it will come out. Today is Thursday, and so it will probably come out either tomorrow or Saturday. I'll schedule it. And so anyway, check that video out. I got some exciting Happy Mail, some awesome Happy Mail from a viewer, so thank you so much. And so check that out. Okay, so I think that is it. Thank you so much to everybody that have subscribed to my channel. The new people, welcome. And for those that have been with me from the beginning, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. And I have now reached 15,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. It's just awesome. I really, really appreciate it. I love sharing what I do, what I love to do with people that like to do that too. It makes it fun, and I can just talk on and on and on about it. So thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Follow me along on everything that I work on, the variety of different projects I work on, and the tutorials and things that I put out from time to time. So, and this is an exciting part of the year upcoming, because in December I'll be doing Vlogmas, and so I need to get that finalized and put together what I'm going to be doing throughout the month of December. So that's going to be fun and exciting, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go now. So everybody have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.